Yellow. Welcome to A Moment with Abby. Ding. You guys aren't here to see this, but I do a dance every time I do that, and then I even point to like my cheeks when I do the ding part. It's a thing now. No one sees me doing it, but I do it every time. Hey guys, it's been a little bit. It is day 345, 655 days of UK lockdown, and I'm feeling every day of it. Every stinking day of it. I don't want to go into it. There's no end in sight. So I'm just going to get into today's episode for free for all Friday. Yay! I'm going to share with you guys a past trauma. And really, it's an ongoing trauma because I'll be triggered randomly. And I'm brought back to the 1980s every single time. So there are two songs that have bugged me literally my whole life. I have very distinct memories of hearing these songs at many different points of my life. And every time I cringe and I turn the channel because I just literally can't. I'm sure these people are wonderful human beings, but they decided to write some really weird lyrics. No, inappropriate lyrics. And I know, different time, I get it. But, y'all, from the time that I was in my one digits, so stupid, why would I say that? The time of my childhood, all the way up until well into my 30s, they still play these songs. So you tell me, did we learn our lesson? No, we didn't. So I decided I'm going to share this trauma with y'all because it's not just going to be mine, it's going to be yours as well. All right. You know, songs, music really can move an emotion inside of you. It could make you feel things, positive, negative, whatever. They are meant to convey an emotion of some sort. Now, I'm not a music major in any way. I don't know how to play an instrument, but I know music I know because I enjoy it, like, a lot. And I do end up looking up lyrics all the time. And I really listen to a song because this is going to sound so stupid, but I'm going to say it out loud. I don't want to sing a song that I don't know what I'm saying because I don't want to just sing something without meaning. Oh, that sounds so cringy, but that's what I am. I'm a cringe fest. So there's two songs that have, I'm going to say plagued me my whole life, that just really make me like, ew. And I blame K-Earth 101 in Southern California for the first song I'm going to discuss. This song, I have distinct memories of being in the back of my parents' car and hearing it every hour on the hour because K-Earth decided that was like their song and it was a good filler. Literally, they would play it and I'd be like, Mom, you can change the channel. It's good. Whatever. It is by Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. And the song is Young Girl from 1968. Yes, that is a time of free love and, sexual liberation. But this song, and I did the math, was written by a 20-something-year-old discussing just a young girl. Okay. I'm trying to shake the oogs away because it just really bugs me, but I had to share this. I blame my mom again because she told me, hey, Abby, you should talk about this. It's so funny. And I'm like, but you don't understand. When I have to read the lyrics again. And all right, I am not the first, nor am I the last that will critique this song in any way, but I have to share this with the world because it needs to be shared. So this song, Young Girl, it begins, and with copyright, I'm not going to even press the subject, so I'm just going to sing it. Not well, but I'm going to sing the parts that have always bugged me. So I'm drinking tea because I needed to change up my routine a little bit because, I don't know if you know, we're in day 435,335 days of lockdown. So I'm drinking tea, and maybe that will help my singing voice. So the song begins. Young girl, get out of my mind. Excuse me? Why is she in your mind? It sounds like a you problem, sir. It continues with, my love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. You know what, Mr. Gary Puckett and the Union Gap? My love for you is way out of line. Yes, I'm glad you are woke enough to understand that. But why she gotta run? Is there immediate danger, Mr. Gary Puckett and the Union Gap? Now, I'm not sure who wrote this song completely, but he sang it completely. So I'm just gonna refer it to as Gary Puckett. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of these lyrics of this song because, ugh. And I'm just gonna read this. With all the charms of a woman, you've kept the secret of your youth. You led me to believe you're old enough to give me love, and now it hurts to know the truth. Excuse me again. I feel like this is gonna be me just saying excuse me. I mean, Mr. Gary Puckett. I think if you look at a girl and you're like, that girl looks young. How old are you? There's a fine line, yes, when it comes to, girls, teenagers looking a certain way. But, I have teenage girls and they're young looking. Come on. You weren't looking that hard, sir. The rest of the thing, he starts to sing the chorus again about love out of line. And then he discusses that she's just a baby in disguise in verse 2. And though you know that it's wrong to be alone with me, there's that come on look in your eyes. You know what, sir? You are the adult in this situation, and I can't anymore. I'm like, my nose is itchy. So, Mr. Gary Puckett, he understands that this is not a good situation. But man, she keeps looking at me in that way. And I'm like, is this appropriate? No, it's not, Mr. Gary Puckett. It is not appropriate. Thank you so much. Okay, so then he sings the chorus again about being too young. And then verse 3, it gets kind of, I don't know. You tell me. He says, so hurry home to your mama. I'm sure she wonders where you are. Get out of here before I have the time to change my mind, because I'm afraid we'll go too far. I'm drinking my tea. I almost did it again. Excuse me, Mr. Gary Puckett. No, you're the adult. You make the decisions that this is not appropriate. And you walk away, because there's other... And I'm so sorry, Grandma, if you're listening, and Mom and my Nina. There's other vaginas out there. There's like a million other holes out there in the whole widest world that you could go to. And this girl pretending to be a woman that is pretending to be a woman, sir. Like, she's not the only one in the world. Come on. Come on. So he's 20-something years old, singing this song, and people are jamming to it. They are all about it. In 1968, I don't know if you guys were born, but this couldn't have been the most consensual song out there, right? Like, I know there's, all these top lists of uncomfortable songs out in the world, but this one is just very specific, like super specific to this one young girl, and how it's just, the love is out of line. Yeah, it is, Mr. Gary Puckett. It is out of line. So my whole life, this song, so he goes back into the chorus and everything else. This song has plagued me my life. my whole life. Most recently, I was on a road trip with my mom and my children and my niece and nephew, and we were driving to New Orleans. And that drive from Georgia, which is the Highway 20, all the way down through Alabama, because you get off the 20 and you go all the way down Alabama to go down south towards New Orleans, which is in Louisiana. That is the longest road in the world. So as we're driving this really long stretch of road in Alabama that would not end, this song comes on the radio, and I was like, Mom, we got to change it. And she knows. She knows. And she was like, no, what's the problem, Abby? She knows the problem. She knows what the problem is. I'm like, you know what? How is this song still on the radio on an oldies channel in the middle of Alabama, which... You know, I know some Alabamians or Alabamians, I don't know what their names are. They're pretty nice people, no matter what people say about them. So, come on. Why is this being played in the middle of Alabama? And I Googled, because y'all know I love to Google, and I was wondering what he looked like. I wanted to look up his name. I wanted to see like his whole history, to see like there's gotta be a group of humans out there that have written, I don't know, scathing reviews about this song and like have, I don't know, some type of petition to sign, and I'm gonna sign it. No, I think there was an article from 2013 discussing that how creepy this song is, and then there's a few people that are like, that's a little inappropriate, but it was a different time. No, we learn. We move on. So, you know, driving through Alabama, looking up lyrics, looking up like the most disturbing songs of, you know, the whole world, as, you know, the world as a whole. And Gary Puckett is not even, like this young girl one from Gary Puckett is not even in the top 5. There's some other really disturbing ones out there, but this is the one that has really, I won't even say resonated, it's really sat on me my whole life. Thank you, K-Earth 101, for playing this song. But you know what, I have to say, my mom was really cool, and she did change the channel when I asked her to, because it just really, it has the oog factor. So there's a factor of oogs, like, ugh. All right. This one is a level 10 for me. Maybe because it's really bugged me since I was a child, and it's just exploded into a more emotional reaction. But it's about a 10 or 11 for me. This next song that I'm going to, I almost like want to get out of the song as quickly as I can. Has anyone heard this song other than me and my mom? Oh, and my grandma. Oh, and my Nina. Like, there's got to be other people out there that have heard this song, and I can't be the only one that has this opinion in my age group. Especially people that have grown up in Southern California listening to K-Earth 101. It was like their anthem in the 80s and 90s, and we moved in the 2000s, so I don't even know. Tell me if they're still playing it. I know other places do. All right. I'm going to shake off that song and go into the next Creepazoid song. It is by, and I think you guys know this song if you're from my generation. It's by The Police, and it is called Don't Stand So Close to Me. It is literally about a teacher telling a student to back up because I think you're sexy. They try to play it off as like it's just a teacher-student. Maybe it's like, I don't know, college. No, it's pretty like that's high school. I don't know. Okay, The Police are British. And this is a British band. The Police are British. It's their main singer is Sting, and I didn't look to see how old he was when this song was written. But in the music video, which I remember very vividly, he's a teacher, and he has like the glasses and the cardigan. And I know that the British education system, I know that sounded strange. The British education system is different than American. So it's different, as in the ages are spread out different. But I think the whole student-teacher relationship still tracks from America to England. You don't do it. And if you know the song, You know the lyrics, literally talking about longing for this girl and that she's so close, and very specifically saying this girl is half his age. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pause this and I'm going to do a little bit of math. I'll be right back. All right, I did the math. He was 29 when the song came out. And I'm going to believe that this song was written probably when he was, I don't know, in his 20s. Come on. We gotta do better. Okay, so he just talks about don't stand so close to me. This song is still played on the radio. A beloved piece from the Police. Y'all, I paused the recording because I was looking through the lyrics. And apparently I've never noticed this one lyric from the song Don't Stand So Close to Me by the Police. It's no use, he sees her. He starts to shake and cough, just like the old man in that book by Nabokov. Do y'all know who that is? Nabokov? Who is this Nabokov, Abby? You're probably wondering. I did a little Google research wondering, who's this Nabokov? He's the dude who wrote Lolita. Ew! This song is even more creepy than I remember. All right, so Lolita, if you don't know it, is about this girl who has like a sexual... She's a young girl with a sexual way about her, and this man fantasizes about her. Doesn't mean she really has that. It just means this man has this fantasy about her. It's one of those books that were banned, I believe, for a while, and then brought back because, you know, art. And I use art with quotation fingers and very loosely. So this song is just about a man who knows it's wrong, who is in a position of power, and he's like, you standing too close to me, little miss. Why don't you back up, or I'm gonna think of you as Nabokov thought while he was writing Lolita. It's just a whole new cringe for me. Why world? Why do we have to have... I can't. And if y'all are thinking like, oh, Abby, you're just like, maybe you're taking this too far. I don't think I am. I have 3 daughters. Uno, dos, and tres. And I don't want some creepazoid like, oh, that lipstick makes you look older. Maybe you should back up. You're standing too close to me. I think if you were to put these lyrics and like say this to your child, you'd be like, no, that's not okay. And I was this upset about it from like the 1980s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now well into the 2020s. Y'all, you guys got to stick with me so we can discuss creepy things, because this has been the top level creepy thing. Now, if you're wondering, Abby, why are we talking about your trauma so much? Well, I blame my mom, like I said before, because she happened to hear a song by a man named, and I wrote it down, his name is Bobby Goldsboro, and it's called, sorry, it's just so creepy, Summer the First Time from 1976. So poor Bobby Goldsboro is singing from a teenager's point of view about an older woman seducing him in some way. I don't know. I'm going to use seducing lightly in all these terms. It's the thought that is too much. It's too much. So when my mom heard this song, she was like, oh my gosh, that's right. Like, I haven't heard this song in a while. And oh, these lyrics. Oh my gosh. Since Abby is creeped out by these kinds of songs, and let me tell you, that it was a lengthy discussion driving through Alabama about my visceral hatred of Young Girl, that I guess that just really stuck with my mom. And when she heard this song, she was like, that's a different take on those creepy songs Abby's upset about all the time. So I decided I am going to listen to this song live while I am recording, because I don't know, I can't play it on my podcast without someone being like, that's not cool, and ding, I'm gonna take you to court. So I'm gonna listen to it, but I'm gonna do like a play-by-play. This is exciting. This is new and different. All right, so I've listened to the first little bit of the song, and he is reminiscing about the past, and it's already uncomfortably romanticizing this memory in the beginning, talking about the hot summer and basically setting the scene for meeting this lovely woman. And he very specifically mentions that she was 31 and I was 17. Okay, Bobby Goldsboro, you need to run in the other direction. Like Gary Puckett said, the love for you is way out of line. Better run, dude. You're much too young, dude. And then it goes a little further. Kind of creepy. I knew nothing about love. She knew everything. I sat beside her on the front porch swing and wondered what the coming night would bring. Bobby Goldsboro, you're being preyed upon. Where's your mom and your dad? None of these kids seem to have any parents that are like around. Okay, so I'm gonna listen to the next part. Y'all, the next part of this song is, I don't know how. Okay, let me just say the words. Then she looked at me. I heard her softly say, I know you're young. You don't know what to do or say, but stay with me until the sun has gone away, and I will chase that boy and you away. Okay, woman, listen, we have to have a talk. I know you're bored, and I know that it's hot outside and wherever you live, woman. But there's other, sorry, Mom and Grandma and Nina, there's other PBs out in the world. And there's other people to kiss. So what? He's young. Yeah, he's 17. You could literally be his mom. Okay, hold on. Let me do the math. All right, if she had the baby at 14, literally be his mom. But here's the thing. Gross. There's other humans out in the world. If you're into younger ones, how about you wait? Like, wait until he's a little bit older. Okay, so she wanted to chase that boy and him away. That's not a good challenge, woman. That's not something to like really. I would, maybe because it's me, would never say those words out loud. Gross. And then she talks about, okay, so then he sings, then she smiled and we talked for a while. Then we walked for a mile to the sea. We sat on the sands and a boy took her. Oh, a boy took her hand, but I saw the sun rise as a man. All right, listen. This kid romanticized being victimized. Okay, and so there's an instrumental part, and it says, 10 years have gone by since I looked in her eye, but the memory lingers. I go back in my mind to the very first time, the touch of her fingers. Gross. No, we don't romanticize it, sir. Woman, there's other humans in the world. If you want to spice up your life, I don't know, what could you have done? Gone to workout classes? I heard John Travolta was doing workout classes, and there's other adult men out there doing things like adults that pay bills. This kid he's fun and exciting because he doesn't pay bills. That's why he's fun and exciting. All right, so that was my live reaction to Bobby Goldsboro romanticizing In Summer the First Time from 1976. So I spanned 3 decades from 1968 1976 and 1980, where it was just, it was okay at the time to sing about loving on some young ones. No, I never want to say those words again. Thank you, Mom, for reminding me of all this. And I'm not even going to link to these songs down below. I want y'all get to Google it on your own. And if you find yourself singing these songs, y'all need to pray. And y'all need to find new artists out there. Let me say to you that I said to Gary Puckett, to Sting from The Police, and Bobby Goldsboro's Disgusting Woman. There's millions of other humans in the world that make music and songs. We don't have to listen to things because they're just there in front of us. You can change the channel. So that's my stance on creepy songs. Thank you very much. Yes, y'all waited a week for me to rant and rave about inappropriateness in songs. And I don't know why I keep going into like Southern accent. It's natural for me to go into that accent. So thank you guys. We're going to go right into some feel good of the day. And let's work on just being good humans. Now, just because, so how can I say this without sounding nasty? So, if somebody cuts you off in traffic, now I'm naturally going to be like, what the hell is your problem? But maybe I shouldn't be so quick to react in a way, because we don't know what's going on with them. And okay, yes, I am practicing this. Now, there was somebody when we were driving the other day. My husband was driving, I was a passenger, and somebody literally cut us off in a roundabout. Roundabouts are huge out here. They love them. They're big, they're small, they're doubled. They're everywhere. And this person, and you could tell that they were American, and they cut us off. And at first we were like, what the hell? Then we thought, oh, okay, so maybe at one point we've done that, or maybe he just didn't see us. Okay, you have to excuse it, because we ended up going pretty much to the same destination, and he didn't get out of his car. He waited a while. And Jason was like, my husband Jason, he was like, yeah, you could kind of tell he was waiting. So we didn't like get out and like scream at him, because some people would. Now, this kind of brings me to this. There is here in our little area a page on Facebook that is about confessions, and they confess things that, if they don't want to say out in public, which is fine. What bugged me about it is they had a description that said, don't be I can't say the word because it's just like, it makes me giggle. Don't be a TWAT, because you might end up on this page, kind of thing. Like, if you put good out in the world, you shouldn't be worried about this page. Don't be a TWAT, then no one would talk crap about you. It just seemed like that's oogie on the level, I'll say 6 or 7, maybe a little higher. It just depends on my day. It fluctuates. And when I saw it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. But then I've heard on the grapevine that it has turned very nasty. So instead of just seeing something and being like, oh, well, since you decided you're going to be a jerk today, I'm going to put you on blast. Well, you don't have to. Like, we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what had led them to that. The decision to be a TWAT. We don't know. So we don't have to blast people, because what happens on one day that you cut someone off on accident? Are you going to want to be put on blast? No, of course not. I would cry and apologize because I would feel terrible. But there are some days where I do walk out of this house just pissed off. Don't know why. It just happens. And if I offend anyone out there, I still wouldn't want to be put on a social media page and being like yelled about. And the worst part is that it's anonymous. So even if you cut someone off and they didn't say anything, if someone were to just so happen talk about somebody cutting them off and calling them names, and other people decide that they're going to comment about how terrible that is, I'm going to think it's me. You know, like, let's not put so much negativity out there. Let's be a little positive. You know, this is my thought. There are people out there who don't know the word grace. They don't know how to use it properly. Now, if they F up, they want people to, they want people to understand where they're coming from, and please just give me some grace. Give my friends grace. But that guy over there, he's an a-hole, and we need to just rip him apart in our anonymous page. No. You extend it to everybody. So with that rant, it's been sitting on me a little bit. I get some invitations to it, and I just don't want anything to do with it, because I want positivity in my life. I want to ingest happy, positive things, and I want to give the people the opportunity to, if they're going to make a mistake, learn from it, but not because you had like 10 people say how terrible you are in a post. Like, that we learn, and we shouldn't have to learn in that way from humiliation. We need to have humility. That would lead to somebody feeling good and feeling redeemed in some way. But let's literally understand that we need to extend grace to people, and that sometimes we all just have bad days. It's okay. So let's extend grace to people, like literally understand it, and ingest positive things, ingest happy things, because if you are constantly reading something negative, I mean, you yourself can't be positive. And let me tell you, living in this lockdown, and yes, I'm going into a rant, and I've been in this rant, living in this lockdown for so long, you get bored, you get stagnant, and you just feel cooped up, and you want to lash out sometimes. I don't. I mean, that's not in me naturally. That's not just in my character. Some people it is. But how about we find ways to uplift people instead of tearing them down? I mean, if something terrible were to be posted on that page or anywhere terrible, and it really affected somebody, their mental health, or hurt them in the way that was detrimental to their mental health, and they hurt themselves, what was the point of that? That wasn't nice. That wasn't, I mean, what do they say? Don't say something if you can't say it, like if you're not nice or something. Like, I can't remember exactly, but I don't know. We got to do better as humans. We gotta stop hiding behind anonymity and really just take care. Take care of, the words that you say. Take care of the humans around you. Be good. Be kind. All that crap. Let me tell you, I've been very negative this week. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to kill my dragons through Skyrim. I'm trying to broaden my horizons when it comes to different teas or whatever. Not berry. I'm not a berry fan, a berry tea fan. But I'm trying to be a positive light in this weird darkness of this pandemic, and take care of my girls and my husband and my dog, and maybe be a good friend where I can. I'm a little spread thin when it comes to positivity, but I know that it's something that I need to focus on. So that's what I'm really just trying to put my focus in, is that and my faith, as much as I can. So, oh goodness. So the good of the day, that was almost, what was that? Almost a 10-minute rant. Is just extending grace to everyone, even including yourself, and taking care, especially of the people around you and yourself. I mean, that's all we can do right now. That's all we could take time to focus on right now. And that's in the UK. That's what we have. In the States, I don't know. Maybe a little more freedom, but just wear the mask. It's just taking a little extra time to care for the others around you. So, this is a ranty McRanterson day. But really, I blame my mom. She wanted me to do this, so here you go. So thank you so much for listening. I really missed you guys. I missed the interaction. I just got to get off my butt and do this. This lockdown has just been very draining. And I need to get back into the groove of things. And I still have those tidbits with Abby on my phone that I do have to push out. So stay tuned for those and share the podcast with people. Maybe not this one. This is a little ranty. But when my mom requests something, I'm gonna do it because I'm a good daughter. So thank you so much for listening, guys. I will talk to you later. Bye. Bye.